Men are not these monsters that they are being made out to be. They're actually really great human beings that have, their own set of challenges. And I think when we, as the women who love them, can understand those challenges, that it puts us in a better position to be supportive, but also to, have somebody actually ask for our input. Wouldn't it be cool if the guys started asking for our input? If they started coming to us and saying, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think? I mean, I really believe marriage should be a partnership. I've seen it happen. I've seen a lot of couples turn things around and be able to actually partner together in fresh, new, beautiful ways. But I've also seen some couples where that doesn't happen. So I want to be realistic about that. Oftentimes, when it doesn't happen, one or both of the people in the marriage have this idea that the other person is the one with the problem. If one person does not think they have a problem and everything that's wrong in the marriage is the other person, then I really can't help. And I have a better shot, believe it or not, if the woman is open to thinking that she might have something to do with it, because it's the woman most of the time that gets the guy into thinking, oh well, maybe I've done something too. So I've seen that happen a ton of times. But I gotta say, despite the fact that men are supposed to be the leaders of the family, the spiritual leaders of the family from a Christian perspective, that no matter how hard he tries, if his wife is constantly attacking him, blaming him, criticizing him, it doesn't matter what he does. The family is not going to flourish. They're going to struggle. If you were the one that had issues and your husband was able to come along and say, hey, baby, you really ought to not do that, and it changed, let me know. But generally, we don't take feedback from our spouses very well at all. We're much more likely to get defensive if the feedback comes from our spouse. It's kind of a funny thing. When I'm working with a couple, it's more a matter of, and I hate to say it this way, but it's just a fact, do as I say, not as I do. Because in a couple session, I really get on those guys. I really give them a hard time. And if you are one of the people that's worked with me in couples counseling, you've probably seen it. I can say stuff to guys that their wives could never say. And I don't want you to do that. I'm coming along as a coach, and sometimes I got to get tough. And I do that with women too. So, I say things to women that their husbands can't say to them. But it's more than that. I don't think even a male therapist could say some of the things I say to women. Mel might just shoot it straight across. Here's how you're coming across to your husband. Yeah, here's what he hears. That's why he's reacting the way that he is. I say that I don't think men could get away with it, even a male therapist. I have friends who are psychologists who are men, and I've said, here's what I do. And the male psychologist has said to me, if I said that to a woman, she would never come back. I have a fair number of people too that take offense to what I say. You got to be tough if you want to make this work. If you really want to have a good marriage, you've got to let go of the defensiveness, and you got to be willing to look at what it is that you can do to make a difference. Doesn't mean you're wrong. Doesn't mean that you've got bad ideas or that you should be just a silent partner. I mean, trust me, I am not a silent person. That probably doesn't come as a surprise to you at all, does it? But it's the delivery that we use that often gets us into trouble. You want to have somebody who doesn't blame one person over the other. Many therapists in the first session decide which person is wrong and which person is right, and then they spend the rest of the time attacking the person who they think was in the wrong, which is crazy because it's something that people create together. Know that I'm thinking about you, I'm praying for you, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Okay? God bless.